What is up, everyone? It's Kevin here, the Migraine Guy, bringing you another video about how you can help reduce eye strain and migraine triggers and blue light exposure on your technological devices. Now, we are going to be talking about laptops and desktops here, so I'm assuming you're running a modern operating system like Windows 10, Mac OS, whatever their current one is, Yosemite or El Capitan or something that cost $1 million. Whatever you're running, this should all work. So, as you can see, just by going through some popular websites like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, the websites all appear very clean, they're very uncluttered, they look very, very professional, but one of the ways that modern design on websites has gone is that means that you expose a lot of white space. The white space appears uncluttered and clean, but it also means that if you're a headache or migraine sufferer, you're being exposed to a ton of bright light, causing a lot of eye strain, and that bright light contains that blue wavelength of light that a good amount of research anyway has shown to be correlated to being a migraine trigger. And so what you want to do is reduce that exposure. So here's what we can do. So lots of websites and a lot of apps, but at least a lot of websites have a feature called dark mode or night mode. So for YouTube, if you go up into the top right area, the little circle that has your picture, your profile picture, assuming that you have a Gmail or a YouTube account, at the very bottom, it says night mode. Go ahead and click that, and then it will ask to confirm whether or not you really want this. Once you click OK, you'll notice that all of YouTube's brightness has now been made dark, and this is great. Obviously, if you're watching YouTube at night, this would be a nice feature because you're not going to have a ton of bright light hitting you when you're in a dark room. But if you're a headache or migraine sufferer, this can be very helpful because the amount of eye strain is now reduced on YouTube. YouTube, of course, is not alone. There is another website that's very popular that incorporates this dark mode, night mode feature. Twitter, for example, does, as you can see here, all of the brightness. Click on the icon, go to the bottom where it says night mode, and select it. Now all of the very, very bright white has been turned into different shades of dark blues. The entire website has been inverted in this way, and as you can see, everything that would typically be bright white has now been turned blue. So that is a pretty nice feature that some big websites like Twitter and YouTube have incorporated to help reduce eye strain, not because of headache or migraine sufferers, but because lots of people like to use their apps at night, and we can take advantage of that feature that the developers have put in there. But not all big websites offer this feature. As you can see here in Facebook, for example, there is no night mode feature. Even in the deeper, more fine-tuned settings that you can mess with in Facebook, it is not there either. Now, one thing you can do is request a feature. All you have to do is Google Facebook feature request. One of the top search results is what you're going to want to click on. When you click on it, it's going to pull up a place where you can actually request features that you want Facebook to integrate. Here you can select exactly what kind of request you're making, and then you can type out a brief message explaining what the feature should be. Perhaps something as simple as what I am typing here. Please give us a night mode, for example, would be nice. After you type out the message, you simply hit the submit button, and it will confirm, and you will get a notification in your Facebook inbox if they reply. Also, they do have this subsection where you can search things about Facebook, but there is no night mode, as you can see here. So, what can we do to force Facebook into night mode? Well, there isn't anything explicit you can do to just do Facebook in night mode that I'm aware of, but there is something you can do if you use a modern browser such as Chrome, Firefox, or Edge. Is Edge a modern browser? I don't know. But what you can do is search your particular browser, in my case Chrome, and the words Chrome Facebook dark theme. Now there's going to be a lot of options that pop up here too, But what I'm going to do is just open up the top search result, darkness, and show you how this works, and it's identical for every other theme that you might want to try out. What you can see here is that it, first of all, needs authorization to take partial control of the way websites are displayed. Once you authorize it to do that, you will notice the following inversion of colors. Takes you to a little thank you screen, by the way, but here we are back on Facebook, and as you can see, everything that was so bright before is now entirely reduced to this kind of dark grayish color. As you can see here, it fully integrates into every website that you're going to view on Facebook or otherwise. Now, there are a couple things to keep in mind about this. When you're using it, since it's not an official Facebook dark mode or night mode, and since it's not an official release from Google, what you're going to notice is that some things are not going to display properly. And I'll get to that in a minute. If you want to make any adjustments to the theme, you can do it here on that little button that I am showing you. If you're not familiar with extensions on Chrome, or you're not familiar with how to really run them, it doesn't really need to be something you worry about if you're happy with the dark mode. There are different things you can do, different ways you can use it. As you can see here, you can set it back to normal. They have a bunch of different themes that are all dark oriented, but if you want to pay for the pro version, you can explore those, but I'm happy right now with just the basic dark version. But as you can see here, when I go to update my status, for example, some of the buttons, some of the icons don't quite appear normally, but that's because the dark theme that I've installed is overlaying on top of the website, and that is going to cause a few issues. Now, it hasn't been anything where I couldn't understand what the website was saying, hasn't been anything where it's actually interfered with my ability to use the website, but it's just something to keep in mind that not everything is going to display perfectly, because this isn't an official way to integrate a dark or night mode into Facebook or the internet. But I am quite happy with how it is working, and I am going to continue using it for the foreseeable future, but I am going to do some more videos in the future oriented around different themes and which one I ultimately like the most, and hopefully you will like them too. But if you have your own favorite, you want to let me know how you control the brightness of websites on the internet, how you control maybe your own screen brightness with an application that would work outside of just going on the internet. If you're running Windows or Linux or Mac OS, for example, there are programs you can download, which I'll be doing reviews of, which adjust the way that your screen displays while it's turned on. So it doesn't matter if you're on the internet, it doesn't matter if you're watching a movie, it doesn't matter if you're typing a paper. The screen itself will be modified in order to help prevent that brightness from affecting your eyes. But until I get to those, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you'll hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and if you haven't subscribed, I really hope that you will. We migraine sufferers need to stick together, and until next time, take it easy.